What is going on, folks? It is KspadeTheProspect. I am back today with a brand new Miami Hurricanes Dynasty video. We're here in NCAA Football 14. Unfortunately, that is the most recent NCAA football you can purchase. It is not available for current gen consoles, Xbox One or PlayStation 4, but your boy held on to his Xbox 360 simply to play this game. It is that fun to me. If you guys have been following this series, you know that we just did it real grande. I mean, we did it big, right? We just got a chance to not only play in the national championship, not only win the national championship, but to get revenge for the 2002 loss at the hands of the Ohio State Buckeyes. Nothing ever felt sweeter than beating them boys on the biggest stage in college football. Now we got to try to hope that this momentum in the regular season carries into the offseason recruiting and training results where your players, get better and all that other good stuff. Already it did one thing. The Canes came up to Mark Richt and said, look, we kind of like what you're doing, fam. Can we lock you down for a little bit longer? I go in there, they talking about a 6-year deal. My target wins per season is 10. I feel like I can do that on a bad day. I can get you 10 wins a season with dirt in my eye. Trust me, man, I got that. So, of course, we're going to go ahead and sign that deal. We got an achievement, too. Let's do it again. So we get here to look at players leaving. Luckily, most of our players leaving are seniors. They're graduates or they're going to the NFL draft. I got a couple of underclassmen that want to leave. If Mark Richt can't do anything, he know how to talk to them players, man. Come in and tell this dude, man, look, you gonna want to get a degree, fam. I don't even know how you sell that without it sounding like you telling him you don't believe he can cut it at the next level, but it worked. I mean, I couldn't say it, but Mark can. It worked. Chad Thomas has been one of our best defensive linemen for the last 2 seasons, and they telling him he gonna be like a 6th-round pick. I'm like, fam, if you stay another year, I can guarantee you be at least 3rd-round pick. That's more money. He said, cool, coach, I'll stay. We also unlocked another, I guess it would be called like a upgrade for the head coach, Mark Richt. I can spend that either in recruiting or in like the actual game planning facet of things. So you know me, I'm trying to check and see what I feel like is more advantageous for me. At the end of the day, I ended up going over to the game management side. This is stuff that you can control on the field or get a boost with on the field. And I like Coach Stradamus. This tells me the last play that my opponent ran. That don't sound that important, but if you guys are playing the new Madden or any of the last year's Maddens, that's something that you get. Like, I've been spoiled by it. After a play, I look and see what my opponent ran, and I miss it out here. So we're going to go ahead and equip that. Off-season recruiting. We lost every 5-star guy we was chasing for the last 2 seasons. Not just the season that we just played, but the prior season too. We'll have a 5-star recruit right there on the hook, and we'll lose them. Same thing happened this year. So my game plan during the offseason was to try to get as many 4-star and 3-star receivers as possible. Not receivers. I don't know why the hell I said receivers. 4-star and 3-star players. As many as we could get. I really don't want 2 stars because I just don't feel like they're going to be good enough to impact the team. And even though they're going to progress, it's going to have to be like a superstar dev trait of a 2-star. And I don't know if that go in the same sentence. I don't know that you could be a superstar dev trait 2-star. Maybe you can. I don't know. They say J.J. Watt was not highly touted out of high school, and he a beast right now, so I guess it's possible. But I came out here, I looked at a few guys. It was some guys right there on the cusp that I felt like maybe this guy can make an impact on the team in a year or 2. Like maybe we redshirt him. He has a good year of training results in the offseason. Maybe he can have an impact. I just really wasn't sure. What I like and hate about this at the same time is you have absolutely no idea how many points other schools are allocating to these kids. You don't know. It's like shooting in the dark. Maybe you're going to hit somebody, maybe not. So you keep second guessing yourself. I would allocate the points, and then I would go back and I rearrange it. I give this guy a little more, give this guy a little less. I really was second guessing myself. Now, keep in mind, I just gave 3,400 points to Cameron Wheeler. I advanced a week. We lost Cameron to Oklahoma. Now, David Buns, I just went and put him on our target list. When I looked at him, we was about 3,000 points behind, and I said, it's too late to get back in on that. We could have got him, but we would have lost everybody else. I would have had to spend all of my points on that guy. So I really felt like we had Cameron. Like, Cam, how could you do that to us? How? And then you went to Oklahoma? Like, they gonna get you in the league? I'm gonna start remembering the names of the kids that turn us down, and every time I play against a school, they gonna get a good old-fashioned passionate ass kicking. That's just the way it's gonna be. Now, I remember we lost the guy last year to Clemson. That guy went to Clemson. I remembered that. And just because I'm a little bit weird, I like to come through here and on the guys I lost out on, I want to see just how many points we was behind. Like David Buns, I think we needed like another 6,000 or 7,000 points to get that guy. So we could have allocated a crap ton of points. I don't know if it was worth it. We finished this season 12th in recruiting. So when you hear that, it doesn't sound bad, but we just won the national championship. That should count for some clout. I better see it this year, fam. The recruits better come down here. Y'all better come. I had 2 athletes that, you know, you got to assign them to a position. They both look like they wanted to be wide receivers. Well, not both necessarily. Okay, that guy right there, you can see the overall says 74 for this guy. You can look at the different positions. The position that says 74 is what that guy played in high school. That's the way I interpret it. So this guy wanted to be a defensive back, but he will be 4 points greater at wide receiver. He comes in being a 78. So what does that mean? That means we ain't worrying about Cameron Willer anymore. Maybe I can forgive him. Nah, I'm just playing. We're not going to forgive him. He's still going to get that work. So Braxton Berrios returns this year to be our best receiver. He's slow though, fam. Super slow. Hopefully he makes up for the lack of speed with supreme route running, some of the best hands we ever seen. We really want to make this guy Wes Welker. Matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do? We're going to put Braxton Berrios in the slot. Brax, you are my slot receiver. I better see you routing fools up out there, Braxton. I'm not playing, yo. I'm really not. So it was time to cut players. We got to get down to a 70-man roster. This is always tough because most of these guys you recruited. So you feel like even if they ain't it today, they will be someday. I don't know why I didn't cut Burley. He's just an 86 speed, so it don't matter how great he get. He's really too slow to be a corner, unless I thought maybe it was a chance that eventually he was going to be a pretty good safety or something. I don't know. So we got one person left to cut. I don't know why I looked at kickers. I was kind of hoping I had 2 kickers or 2 punters. That would have made it easier. At the end of the day, I'm looking at Callahan, who's a 76. I'm looking at Sheriffs, who's a 76. Sheriffs is a red shirt sophomore though, so technically this guy has got 3 years in. I expect him to be way better than a 76. So I went through and looked at that throwing power. My God, look at Brad Kaya's accuracy, man. This dude can throw the ball through a tire at 50 yards. I see you, Brad. I don't know why I even took it that far though. Like 3 years in, if you're a 76 fan, you gotta go. So we're down to 70. It is time to red shirt players. Red shirting is very important, y'all. You gotta make sure you get the most out of your guys. If you stockpiling talent at one position, everybody can't play. You might as well red shirt these guys. Our big recruit this past year was Ray Lewis Jr. He was kind of low. Like I think he may have been top 150, but he wasn't a blue chip player. So he came into the school being a 73, which is far from bad, but not good enough to be on the field. So we're gonna red shirt this guy. We're gonna let him train with his daddy or somebody. Hopefully he's gonna be a beast later. We move on to the next part of the offseason, which is the Spark 100. I'm going through, and anybody in the top 100 that has Miami in their top 5 or 6 schools of interest, I'm putting them on the list, regardless of their position. Then after that, I go and I look at the interest in my school. I go look at what we need, and I make my decisions there. But the first people I put on my list are top 100 blue chip players that got my school in their top 5 or 6 schools. Those dudes right there definitely getting talked to. Hopefully we can get somebody to commit right out the gate. I've seen that happen. It don't happen a lot, but I've seen that happen. Sometimes you can get these guys to say, oh snap, it's K-Spade, where do I sign? And I'll be like, right here. I guess it don't be me. Mark Rick, somebody, I don't know. Maybe it's Uncle Luke. Whoever I send that day, you know me. You know how we get down. So I have added who I intend to add out of the top 100. Those were 23 people. We're going to go ahead and throw those guys on the target list. I think you can put 35 people on the target list, but you only got like 25 or 26 scholarships. So what you do is you put a lot of people on. You know you're not going to get everybody. And I offer my scholarships later sometimes. Sometimes I offer early. Most of the time, I'm going to offer later. I'm going to wait till they kind of on the fence. They don't know what to do. And I hope that offering the scholarship gives me that edge. Hell, I don't know. I might need to scrap that. Maybe that's why I'm losing these dudes. It ain't working. Depth chart time, folks. I don't know if you saw it. Jarvis Williams gets to start this year at halfback. That's the plan. Unless Jarvis get out there and just play like crap, we really expect big things from this kid this year. He played sparingly last year after Joseph Yearby went down with an injury, and I was impressed. The kid was shifty. He had pretty good field vision. He knew how to find the running lanes. I like him. We're going to see what he got this year. Of course, we lost Yearby as well as the Gus Bus. The team is not, on paper anyway, the team is not as good as we were last year. It is important that I say that, because if I jump out there and I catch that work, I don't want y'all to be like, Spade, what happened? Like, we not as good this year. We're a little bit lower rated. When you go to the preseason polls, man, look how they set us up again. Now, our motivation to win the national championship was based off the fact that we felt like we was getting hosed in the rankings. We come out this year behind Ohio State again. Now, Ohio State probably kept more of their talent than we did. We lost a lot of guys. Nick Chubb is the favorite to win the Heisman. Treon Harris is also on that list again. Preseason All-Americans. Watch this. This is going to blow your mind. Now, we just won the national championship. Check out the offense. No Miami Hurricanes on the offensive first-team All-American. Now, Brad Collier did make the second team. I guess I won't complain. But I don't see a lot of Miami guys. Braxton Berrios didn't even make second team. Our kicker made it. I don't know if that's a good thing, though. But we got something to prove this year, and I'm happy about it. I don't know if you saw the comparison between Ohio State and Miami, but they was better. They're a better team than us this year. Hell, I think they was a better team than us last year, so that don't really mean much. But anyway, folks, that's all I got for the offseason. The next video you guys will see will be me doing battle against Toledo. You already know how that's going to go, right? It's going to be our first look at some of these younger guys, though, so I hope you guys are excited about that. If you are, man, as always, show your love by banging the like button. It only takes a second to y'all. It put a big smile on my face. Do that if you're a regular here. If you new here, fam, they've been sleeping on your boy, man. This is the year I wake their ass up. You got to subscribe. You got to become a member of the Wolf Pack. That's what I call my supporters, the young wolves, man. They the best supporters in the whole wide world. I want you to be one too, fam. I'm out the next time, y'all. Peace.